Good morning.
Pamela, how strange. We're just thinking about you.
Oh, good thoughts, I hope. For you.
Oh, thank you. How lovely.
Well, roses symbolize so much to me. They symbolize hope and life, and I know you're going to get well.
I'll hold that thought. How's everything at the studio?
Oh, exhausting, but wonderful. They are playing my story 4 out of 5 days every week. I'm practically living in front of that camera. You know, I love it.
Roses
But it does get to...
symbolize so much. Hope, life, beauty. I know you'll get well. You forgot the beauty.
Good grief. We played that scene last year.
I thought I sensed a little deja vu.
Hello. Mind if I join the party?
Oh, what a silly question. You know Pamela,
Sure.
Seneca?
Good to see you. I'm going to need you for a little while.
Why?
Tests.
Well, I have to run off. This is my 1 day off this week, and I have 40 zillion things to do. Barbara, you take care.
Oh, thank you. And please give everyone my love and tell them I will be back soon.
I certainly will. Dr. Bolak? Or may I call you Seneca?
Oh, Seneca, by all means.
It's such a fabulous name. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. You two pals all of a sudden?
Oh, she had a reason for coming. I'm sure Forrest will enlighten me when he comes. Seneca, I do not want any more tests. I told the resident that yesterday.
Yeah, so I heard. I ordered those tests. You had no business refusing them.
I do not need nerve conduction studies. If the nerves were working, I could move my
Barbara,
legs.
you listen to me. Now, the way to help you is to keep refining the diagnosis. Besides, you have a malpractice suit pending against Roger. The courts are going to want a full battery of test results. Or would you prefer to be readmitted under court order?
Maybe. Please don't be angry with me.
I'm not angry. I am in the middle. And it's a rotten position. Roger is my colleague, you're my friend. Look, you can both use the results of these tests.
All right.
Mr. Smith will be down shortly. Miss Coleridge is in the study using the telephone.
Then perhaps I'll do some cataloging out here.
Very well, sir. If there's anything you need, just call me.
Mendenhall, I have thought of something. My private collection of Merit-Kara artifacts will be arriving here very soon from Egypt. I don't mean to badger you about temperature and humidity controls, but I'm concerned about storing 2 specific pieces.
Mr. Smith is the one that
Yes,
takes
I
care of
know
all.
that, but my question does concern the house, and you handle that. I assume that the mortuary shrine is stored somewhere in this enormous place. And I gather that that must have a controlled...
Excuse me, but you'll have to speak with Mr. Smith about that.
One doesn't get much past you, does one? May we be perfectly candid? Mr. Smith's health is failing. I simply need to know that someone on this earth other than he knows where the shrine is hidden.
Barry, may I speak with you for a moment?
This July, SoapNet is fired up.
You watch your tongue.
The dispute around Sammy's pregnancy heats up.
Those whack job Demirs tried to kill you.
How will she make peace?
She's turning you into a lovesick puppy.
The heat is on.
Let me just cut to the chase.
Watch Days of Our Lives all July long on SoapNet.
Here we go, huh?
When it comes to being mean, these guys are the masters.
Dumb and Dumber, strike again. If I hear one more second of this psychobabble, I think I'm gonna hurl.
Vicious is delicious on All My Children.
You will go down. I'm gonna fix it, all right?
All My Children, tonight at 8 on SoapNet.
Tonight on SoapNet.
his baby kidnapped.
I need to find my son.
A last-minute discovery.
You okay now? I'm here.
And the one witness no one ever expected.
When I took Jake, there was Sam watching.
Is this the end of Jason and Sam? Watch General Hospital tonight at 10 on SoapNet.
I got turned down buying a computer.
I had credit problems.
Then I heard about
Help Me to Buy. They helped me get this amazing computer without a credit check.
Bad credit can happen to anyone. At Help Me to Buy, we believe everyone should own a computer, and we'll never check your past credit. Call us now. All you need to qualify is a home phone and an active checking account. Our easy payment plan makes it affordable, and only Help Me to Buy offers an exclusive skip pay program, so you can even skip a payment with no problem.
My truck broke down, and Help Me to Buy, let me skip a payment.
Getting a computer has really helped my kids in school.
Past credit problems? Not a problem. That's our guarantee. And look at all you get. A new name-brand, high-speed, internet-ready computer shipped direct to your home. A gorgeous 17-inch color monitor, all complete with Microsoft Windows XP and a huge package of extra software. When you call today, we'll include 12 months of Help Me to Buy supercharged internet access. Plus, we'll also include an amazing digital camera for capturing family memories. And a 3-in-1 printer, copier, scanner for printing your family photos and documents. But wait, you also get a cool MP3 player. And if that's not enough, you'll get 100 music downloads. That's everything you see here. A complete computer system with 12 months of supercharged internet access, an amazing digital camera, the 3-in-1 printer, copier, scanner, the MP3 player, and 100 music downloads. Our easy payment plan makes it affordable. And with our exclusive skip pay program, you'll never worry about missing a payment.
I never thought I could own a computer like this. Now, I'm on the internet every day.
Call Help Me to Buy now. Our computer care specialists are standing by to ship your complete system to your home.
Pardon me, Father. There's a Mr. Novak to see you.
Good. Thanks, Mrs. Dunn. Send him in, would you please?
Right away. And when you're finished, if you'd have another look at that boiler. The repairmen still haven't come.
All right, I'll take one last shot at it. Hello, I'm Father Emmerich.
Of course, Father. I remember you from the opening of the Monte Carlo room.
That's right. You have quite a memory. I think we spoke for all of 10 seconds.
Well, it must be something about people in uniform.
Well, I'd ask you to take off your coat, but you might need it. Our boiler's having one of its days. Sit down, please.
Well, as I'm so fond of saying to the various annulment experts that Siobhan's working with, we can get this over with fast. I'm ready to cooperate fully. Her lawyer has asked me to sit tight and do nothing. How about you?
Well, the church requires a detailed statement. You write it, and I submit it to the tribunal.
What kind of statement?
Well, basically, it's the most thorough account possible of your marriage as you saw it. Siobhan's preparing a similar statement from her point of view.
In other words, she says that I set her up, I lied to her, I was a fraud, etc., right?
Well, she says that you misrepresented your goals and values in general and your connection with organized crime in particular.
I see. Sounds like she accuses me in her statement, and I plead guilty in mine.
No. Each of you simply tells his side of the story.
But I have to agree with her side if I want a fast annulment with no hitches, isn't that right?
Mr. Novak, all you have to do is tell the truth.
Truth is incriminating, Father. I'm facing an illegal gambling rap. Now, suppose I write something down on paper for your tribunal, and somehow the copy gets to the DA.
These procedures are surrounded with a secrecy that's almost baroque. Rumors don't even circulate, let alone copies of statements.
So do I have your personal guarantee, then?
Well, I suppose the tribunal's records could be subpoenaed. I've never heard of it, but I guess it's possible. If you need a personal guarantee, perhaps the annulment should wait.
Tell me something, Father. As her parish priest, do you make any recommendation about Siobhan being well rid of me?
None.
Father, I was down in the basement, and there is a foot of water, and the boiler is running like a faucet.
All right, Mrs. Dunn, excuse me. This may take a few minutes.
Great. No recommendation. I was so sure I'd turned him off.
Father,
Unless I'm badly mistaken, you've broken the terms of your agreement with Spencer.
Then you are indeed badly mistaken.
Oh, really? Well, maybe we should bring in Mendenhall and he should tell us about the conversation.
If you like. But I fear the distress that would cause Spencer. Besides, you've eavesdropped enough to form your own opinion. You hardly need Mendenhall.
Ah, touché. I did hear you ask him point blank about the location of the mortuary shrine.
Then you also heard my reason for asking.
You made a verbal agreement to respect Spencer's wishes. And his first wish is that the shrine remain hidden until after his death.
Jillian, are you aware that that wonderful man may die at any moment?
Yes, his health is fragile. But beyond that, you are not qualified to comment.
2 days ago, he walked from there to there, and he nearly fainted. He was in a great deal of pain. I was able to help him. I found his medicine, and he improved. But the writing is unmistakably on the wall.
Spencer will make provisions for the shrine. Your job right now is to catalog all the visible treasures in this house and not second-guess your employer.
One question. Does anyone other than Spencer know where Marit Carra is stored at this moment?
That's not an appropriate matter for us.
Of course it is. It is the matter that brings the three of us together. Spencer is upstairs resting. Suppose his heart fails now as I'm speaking. Does Mendenhall know the secret? I suspect he does not. Do you know?
When Spencer dies, and I hope that will be years from now, provisions and terms will be made in his will and in your contract.
Will the will say where Marit Carra is hidden? Surely my contract won't. Once again, I ask you, does anyone other than Spencer know? Can you reassure me?
You know, in addition to respecting his wishes, I think that you should respect his intelligence. He does not need you to think for him.
Then perhaps he needs you. He admits to being less than rational about the Queen. You know his fear about the curse. If the secret could die with him, it is your responsibility to make that correction.
Ari, you take care of your responsibilities, and I will take care of mine.
Oh, Jillian. The issue at hand here is an archaeological find of international importance. I don't exaggerate when I say the world is waiting for Marit Carra. Imagine the insanity of searching every corner of this house for the opening, the place, the key that would lead us to where she is hidden. I may never find her. Jillian, if he hasn't told you, see that he tells someone, I beg you.
Ah, good morning, my friend.
Did you sleep well?
Well enough, as I recall. I've been up for hours, one of which was spent poring over Jillian's draft of your contract.
Then you must want to consult. I will continue to catalog in the foyer.
Fine. I'll be with you soon.
So, what do you think of the contracts?
I think that you are a most prudent and vigilant young woman and the ideal attorney. You've built in more controls over my curator than even I'd considered.
Then you approve?
Thoroughly, though I'm not certain how Ari will react.
Oh, well, if he has problems, we'll discuss them.
Tell me, what was troubling you so when I came in? I had the sense that you disliked my curator. Was I wrong?
Well, he makes me uneasy, Spencer. He's very anxious to find the shrine. I'm afraid that he's going to pressure you into asking you where it is.
If I've never told anyone, I certainly won't tell Ari. Not until I'm good and ready.
Then no one knows.
No one living.
But you told me that it was 30 feet below this study.
Oh, the directions are considerably more complicated than that.
You've never written them down?
No.
Well, I think that you should.
You're right. I should. And I will. As soon as I can make the time.
I I'm sure Pamela dropped by because she cares about you. Also, you are in a position of some power. You single-handedly saved the life of the proud and the passionate.
Oh, Forrest, I did no such thing.
Uh,
Are we really up 2 points?
We are, and your mail is delivered by the truckload. I'm telling you, Barbara, as soon as you're back on the show, actually back on the show, our ratings are gonna go right through the roof.
All this publicity just for an accident, huh?
Don't you realize that the fate of Barbara Wilde in this hospital and Maggie Blackburn on the show is being discussed at breakfast, lunch, and dinner tables all over the country? No, it's true. Listen. Wait till I tell you the storyline the Harcourts have cooked up for Maggie in a wheelchair. Sensational.
Well, for heaven's sakes, will you tell me?
We've got...
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I have the results of your tests.
Get into the glamour.
I had an appointment with my personal shopper.
Get into the parties.
It is so fun tonight.
Get in over your head.
I think I could get in less trouble where I'm from.
You have no idea. Get into One Tree Hill and the OC. Weekdays at 5 and 6. Get in with SoapNet.
Friends, lovers, family. Stay connected to your stories with a week's worth of All My Children, Saturdays starting at 2 on SoapNet.
For the fire.
I know you want me.
The intensity.
This conversation's over.
The venom.
You stay out of this.
Go the distance with SoapNet's One Life to Live marathon and all 5 of this week's episodes. Stay on track start to finish. The One Life to Live marathon. Sunday mornings at 7 on SoapNet.
I was pretty nervous, apprehensive.
It was tough to tell him I was joining the Army at first. I did research on my own, tried to get an idea about what the Army was going to be like. It's given me a whole bunch of confidence.
But no, I'm very proud of him.
He's just a stronger, more driven individual.
He can outrun me.
If your son or daughter wants to talk about joining the Army, listen, you made them strong, we'll make them Army strong. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
I had this dream last night. There were no raisins, so I went to the store to buy Raisin Bran Crunch. Just Bran Crunch.
Well, at least you still had the crunchy flakes and granola clusters. And that's the money right there.
Nightmare. No raisins.
As long as Mrs. Flake and Mr. Granola are coming to Crunchtown, it's a great time.
I had this dream where Sonny and I, we went dancing at this club. We had a little
There are plenty of reasons to love Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch. What's yours?
Imagine a different kind of foundation that's actually good for your skin. Bare Minerals is a lightweight, loose mineral foundation that covers all your imperfections while giving you the look and feel of beautiful bare skin. You'll receive 2 foundations in your choice of 4 skin tones. It's a natural SPF 15 sunblock that protects your skin from aging UVA and UVB rays. You'll also receive warmth, a very special Bare Minerals that gives your skin the natural-looking sun-kissed glow of health. And for the perfect finishing touch, you'll receive Mineral Veil, a feather-light, completely sheer powder for a flawless-looking airbrushed finish. Plus, you'll receive 3 professionally designed brushes. Just swirl, tap, and buff away the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, redness, uneven skin tone, freckles, and blemishes. Try Bare Minerals for 60 days. If you're not happy for any reason, just send it back for a full refund of your purchase price.
Call 1-800-840-8595.
He came from the streets of L.A. until one moment changed everything.
You're the only thing your mama's got left, so you better make this college boy thing work out.
It was a place founded on tradition.
They doing?
They're stomping the yard. Where are you from?
It was a chance for a new life.
It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the whole team. Since I've been here, I've become a better person.
Stomp the Yard. Now available on pay-per-view.
I was looking for Father Enrico, Mrs. Dunn. I have the Altar Society schedule with me.
The boiler broke. They're in the basement.
Ah.
I'm here about the annulment.
I see.
If there's a message that you'd like to leave. You could stay and I'll go. I think Father Emmerich has probably said everything.
No, you stay. Just leave this. And I'll take a moment of your time while you're here. For all the conversations that I've had with you, in my mind. And the speeches that have come to me in the middle of the night, I never expected to have the opportunity to say the words to your face.
Maeve, you don't have to do this. I think I know it.
Oh, you don't know. And one of the first things that you don't know is that I happen to be aware of the arrangement that you've made with Jack and the FBI. Several weeks ago, I was in Jack's apartment and happened to come across one of the tapes that he used in evidence against you. He had no choice but to tell me the truth.
Who else knows?
No one. I've not even told John. And it was not because of you, Joseph, but because of my daughter. The fewer people that knew, the less likelihood that she would discover the facts. And the less chance there would be that she would follow the path that her sister took. Turn detective and have her life taken from her. I would not run that risk.
No, her life has to be protected. That's all that matters.
And why couldn't you have known that from the first?
Because I thought that I could
have everything. Isn't that it?
Yes.
You bound her to you, made her love you, and then you rip her out of your life to protect her. Suddenly dawns on you that that's the thing that matters. But tell me, what about the pain? What about the anguish that the girl feels? Why could not that have been part of your first thoughts, to spare her that?
She's safe. She's out of danger. When she's through with me soon, she'll be able to start over and she'll be happy.
At what a price.
What can I say to you? I dreamed up a life. I put Siobhan into the dream. I wish to God I could do it over. But I am stuck with the payoff. She'll get her annulment.
A piece of paper.
She needs it to start over.
What she needs, man, is not to love you. I don't know what to tell her to do that. But you did such a job of winning her, maybe. You know.
Sorry. I have my own problems to take care of. Maybe there's no point in this. Why don't you just go get the priest?
Joseph, I know that you love my daughter, and I know what this must be doing to you to systematically drive her away. But the bond must be broken. And I'm grateful to you for doing what is necessary. And I hope you continue it, please. I pray to God that this misery will be over for everyone soon. Good day.
I think we've got it under control. Would you ask the repairman to see me before he leaves? I apologize, Mr. Novak. It's been one of those days, one emergency after another. We were discussing...
Statements you want me to write? I'll do it.
You're not concerned about the confidentiality?
Not about anything. I'll talk to you soon.
Ryan's Hope is next. Then Dangerous Desires ignite on days. Later, Little Lies lead to Big Trouble on AMC, only on SoapNet.
Have you noticed, sir, the halo that's around my head?
I don't want to be answerable to anybody else on the face of this earth.
Ryan's Hope, next on SoapNet.
They grew up playing two different games.
I don't fit into their world, and I never will. You want my world? You got it.
Both with something to prove. To the one thing they have in common.
Son!
Watch One Tree Hill today at 5, only on SoapNet. In Salem,
We are not going to let Philip take your little girl away.
Love isn't always a fairy tale. Days of Our Lives, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.
I went straight for the jugular. I staged the kidnapping.
You've taken everything that matters from me.
I've learned from the best.
Nothing like a common enemy to reunite family.
I'm gonna bring you down, Slater.
Watch us take back what is ours.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Excuse me while I slip into something fabulous. Garnier Nutrice. Rich, radiant color. Only Nutrice nourishes with grapeseed and now double the avocado oil. Garnier Nutrice. Nourished hair, even better color. Garnier.
Starbucks iced coffee. A premium Italian roast coffee drink with a hint of non-fat milk and sugar.
Cut, please.
Wow, that's great coffee. Can I get another take?
My name is Steve Tryon. When you think of Overstock.com, you probably think of our great deals. And it's true that you can get up to 70% off on most of our products. We have over 750,000 different products at Overstock.com. But what you might not think of is the way we take care of your order from the time you purchase something on the web to the time it gets to your door. The goal at Overstock is to create a terrific customer experience.
Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
Results already. That was quick. Seneca talked me into some nerve conduction studies. That's why I wasn't here when you arrived.
Oh, well, maybe I better step
No,
outside.
please. We were having a good time. Well, what are the results? Anything exciting?
Well, the readout shows that there's some delay in nerve conduction time, and there's also some distortion of electrical current potential.
Some. If that means I can move some.
Now, what it means is that some of the nerve paths in the legs are all right, but not all.
Well, does that hurt or help Barbara's case against
Neither.
Dr. Coleridge?
Neither. These tests are marginal, and they're open to interpretation. For example, Roger's lawyer could prove that it means Barbara's getting better, and her lawyer could prove otherwise.
And you don't know which one is right?
Yeah, well, we won't until we can compare it with results down the line.
Well, if it doesn't help Dr. Roger Coleridge, and if it doesn't hurt me, then I will accept the inconclusive results. Now, Forrest was telling me about the new storyline, and you may stay if you like, if you promise you won't tell a soul.
But you realize that this information doesn't damn Roger either. You can't use it to prove malpractice.
I'll prove malpractice by showing the court that I can't walk.
Between you and Ari, my museum becomes a reality.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Terribly.
All right. I'd like you to look over these and get your reaction. One is an employment contract, the other an organizational plan for the museum, structured by me. And...
I'll go over them very carefully.
Fine. And please pay specific attention to the monitoring system, board of trustees and so forth.
Jillian has been most thorough.
I'm sure she has.
Well, Spencer, I'll see you tomorrow. Ari, I'll see you at the museum ball, if not sooner.
I look forward to that. I hope you'll decide to join us.
Oh, I wish I were up to a night out. But perhaps you both can come by for cocktails before the party. Then at least I can see you in costume.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful. We'll be there. Good morning.
Well, it's been a long morning. I must rest. Enjoy, my treasures.
Spencer, I was chatting with Mendenhall when I arrived, and Jillian overheard some of the talk. I'm concerned that she misunderstood.
Oh?
Or perhaps she told you. In any event, she has the impression, she told me, that I'm trying to find the mortuary shrine. This is, of course, quite untrue. I want to keep the shrine safe and available for the world someday, but I have pledged to follow your orders and not seek out the shrine on my own. I renew that pledge now.
Thank you, Harry.
Falcon Beach. It's a new season with new heat, new drama, and new characters. Check out all the hot bods on Falcon Beach Season 2, Saturday at noon on SoapNet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was paying attention.
That seems to be a problem of yours, Doctor.
Miss Wilde?
Dr. Coleridge, I thought you'd be interested in knowing that the results of my last tests are in, and there's absolutely no improvement.
I saw those. The results are marginal. They're open for any number of interpretations.
How convenient for you. I don't think the interpretations will do any good. You see, I'm leaving Riverside today, but before I do, I'm going to hold a little press conference. And I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to telling the reporters what you have done to me.
I'm sure.
I'm also announcing my return to the proud and the passionate. You see, the writers have a new storyline. Maggie is reappearing in a wheelchair. It's the unveiling of Maggie, the hopeless cripple.
Miss Wilde, save it for your reporters.
Oh, you can be sure I will. And I also will be sure to tell them all of this is a result of your incompetence. And I'm willing to wager that the resulting stories will be much less sympathetic than this one.
I love it.
You do?
Of course I do. The facts are all there, and it's presented in your usual exciting and succinct style.
As well as elegance and subtlety.
Yes, yes, all of that. Will you come in here?
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Relieved? Why?
Oh, when Marion said you wanted to see me in your apartment, I thought for sure I was going to get the axe.
Ouch, that doesn't reflect very well on me.
No, it reflects on my family. No one ever wanted to see me if I had done something right.
Ah, well, that is all in the past. You have done something very right indeed, and that is why you are here.
Well, I'm very glad to be here. I have never seen such an impressive apartment. And that lobby downstairs, all that gilt and marble. I felt like Dorothy coming to see the Wizard of Oz.
Well, I hope you will find that, like the wizard, I am basically benevolent. Look, you were summoned here today so that I can praise your work, but also so that I can wish you a very happy holiday.
Well, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, too, because you are the main reason my Thanksgiving this year is so great.
Well.
Everything you need to know, you can learn from the OC. Like how big words impress defense lawyers.
It's sort of an anathema to the whole spirit of Thanksgiving.
The OC. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on SoapNet. This July, SoapNet is fired up.
What is wrong with you people?
JR has brought on his father's ruin.
A pure, spineless, self-righteous jackass.
Can the Chandlers reunite and take back the family fortune?
No way in hell.
The heat is on.
Hit me.
Watch All My Children all July long on SoapNet. Feuding families.
Strangle my son.
Your son tried to kidnap my daughter.
Forbidden love.
I'm not gonna let you keep us apart.
Dangerous consequences. Cole and Star, they can't be together. They can't live apart.
I love you.
Now they must choose their parents or their hearts. One Life to Live. Tonight at 9 on SoapNet.
When diabetes hit me, it was just a surprise.
The doctor came in and he said to me, Greg, you're a diabetic.
The doctor was trying all he could to manage it with exercising, healthy eating, or medication. I was really hoping and praying.
I wanted to be healthier, but the only way that I could do that was to get my blood sugars under control.
I knew the next thing was going to be insulin.
I have to start doing injections.
That's the fear that you have.
It was shocking. Insulin is a big fear for people.
But the more I did it, the easier it became.
It was a hard choice, but it was a very good choice.
So you can do it. Just make up your mind that you can do it and do it.
Call now to get your free insulin information kit. If you have type 2 diabetes and your current treatment isn't giving you the blood sugar control you want, the kit will give you inspiring stories and important facts about insulin. Possible side effects may include hypoglycemia, injection site reactions, and allergic reactions, including itching and rash. Tell your doctor about all medicines and supplements you take. They can change the way insulin works.
I remember waking up in the morning and my blood sugar readings look good to me.
Now that I'm better managing my blood sugars, I can really focus on my music.
My doctor suggested insulin. I was resistant. Now I wish I would have started insulin earlier.
When I look at my life today, I am better managing my blood sugars. I certainly have the victory.
Call today or visit insulinnow.com for your insulin information kit. Act now, and you'll also get this free picture frame as an added bonus. Ask your doctor if adding insulin to your diabetes therapy is right for you. Insulin, it's not what you think, it's what you hope for.
Could I hear some more of the praise part?
All right, that's fair. Since I got you out of bed on your holiday to compliment you on the work, the least I can do is lay it on thick. Okay.
All right.
I am proud of you, and that story is absolutely flawless.
Well, all I did was follow your advice.
Well, don't dismiss that quite so lightly. I've given an awful lot of advice in my time to beginners, and it usually doesn't take as well as it did with you. You know what I think I hate the most? The kids that are fans of the new journalism. You know, they think just because Hunter S. Thompson and Tom Wolfe have a highly personal writing style, nobody's got to learn good old-fashioned journalistic skills anymore. Of course, they managed to forget completely that you've got to have the talent of a Thompson or a Wolfe to get away with that kind of thing.
Scoop Thorndike.
I beg your pardon?
Scoop Thorndike. He was the staff hotshot when I worked on the school paper. And every semester he would turn in a 40-page epic of gonzo journalism, which he said was written under the influence of peyote. None of which was ever published. But he would sit there, smoking his pipe and looking very wise, and would never follow a word of advice anyone gave him.
Well, you see, now that is the kind of thing I cannot put up with. You, on the other hand, are a paragon of journalistic virtue.
Well, thank you. Again. Does this bring me a step closer to a full-time reporter's job? I could certainly get into champagne in the mornings. I promise. If you hire me, I'll write at least one champagne breakfast story every week.
Would you like a little more?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
I love it. Right now, I love everything, especially New York City and Woodard Enterprises. I think this is going to be the best year of my life so far.
Well, here's hoping that each successive year is better than the last.
Here.
Yeah, Jane, you and I haven't had a chance to get to know each other very well except on a business level. I've read your resume, and I must say I am still intrigued by the fact that you were a mechanic once for a stock car racer. But I do wish I had a little bit more than just biographical data.
Well, I like to know who I'm working for, too. Be friends, if possible. Not to make things easier on me, but an employer and an employee have the same goals, or they should, and it just seems a shame not to learn something from who you're working with.
Well, I've got an idea. Last year, I shared my Thanksgiving with my daughter, but since she's not living in the city anymore, I really didn't make any plans for today, but I could take you out to dinner if you'd like. I mean, I know that Thanksgiving at the Ryans is a very special event, but I can offer you a gourmet turkey dinner at one of the finest restaurants in town. Excuse me. Yeah.
Hello, Ray. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, hello, Roger. Same to you. Although I must say you don't sound very festive. Darling, I want to tell you one more time just how sorry I am about what this Barbara Wilde person is doing to you. Actually, I'm a lot more than sorry. I'm angry.
Well, thank you. That makes 3 of us now. You, me, and Jane Ryan.
Yeah, her article in today's paper ought to create some sympathy for you.
Well, actually, it's your star reporter that I'm looking for. I called Ryan's and Johnny said that I might find her there with you.
Ah, well, so you might. She is right here. Just hang on. Roger Coleridge.
Thank you. Roger, what's up?
Well, I thought you'd like to know that Barbara Wilde is holding a press conference in a few minutes.
Where?
There's a meeting room in neurology next to the staff lounge. Just ask one of the nurses when you get there.
Uh-huh, and watch out for Dr. Bolak.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It looks like Barbara's let only a few hand-picked reporters in on this, and I thought it'd be nice to have someone there who isn't a slavering fan.
Oh, you bet. I'll get to the hospital as soon as I can make it. Thanks, Roger. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, well, I owe you one. Goodbye.
Bye. I would love to take you up on that dinner, but Roger just told me Barbara Wilde is holding a press conference in a few minutes, and I'd really like to get there and file a story as soon as possible. And What? I promised I would fix dinner with Maeve. I've been entrusted with the mashed turnip. Why don't you join the family? I'm sure you would be welcome, and there's tons of food.
Yeah, no. Now, thank you very much for the invitation, but I think I will go ahead with my plans for the day and catch up on my reading.
Oh, won't you reconsider?
No, I'm going to be just fine. Come on, get up, hurry up. You're going to have to make that press conference. Now, if you just bring me one more story that's as good as the last two, I'll be a very happy woman. And enjoy your family dinner.
I will. And thank you for everything, the champagne, the kind words, and the job. I could go on for hours, but I really got to go.
Of course.
And we'll make Thanksgiving next year, I promise.
Sure we will.
It's so jammed out there. I tell you, I just hope the turkey holds out.
Well, that's just the way I like to see it on a holiday full of happy people enjoying themselves.
I just wish all the children were here.
Well, it was good talking to him on the phone, at least. That sounds busy at the hospital. Cass taking care of Art and his mumps. I wish Frank had been able to get away, at least for the long weekend. You'd think those clients of his would have pity, at least on a holiday.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, having Siobhan here is major source to rejoice. Dear, she's safe and she's away from Joe.
Here's something to be thankful for. Ryan's Special Irish.
Thanks, guys.
On the house.
Thanks.
Sláinte.
Did you read Jack's column today?
I certainly did. Congratulations.
Thank you. Something tells me that you were more pleased by the content than the style.
Well, I tell you, Vartova's arrest is the best news I've heard in a long time.
I understand it was one of his own men turned him in.
Right. It looks that way.
Well, what do you think is going to happen to the informer?
Well, the feds, they'll get him a new address, maybe even a new identity, unless Vartova's people get there first.
Either way, he'll never be seen again.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, you know, this is the first time since Siobhan married Joe that this family hasn't been in any kind of danger. Now, I think it'd be nice if we were able to put Joe and Vartova and all of that out of the way for the day. Siobhan is safe. That's all that matters. Let's concentrate on Thanksgiving.
Hear, hear.
You know, this may be the first Thanksgiving that my kid will remember when she's grown.
Oh, where is little Ryan?
She's upstairs with little John watching the parade on television.
Now, what kind of a New York father would let his child watch the Thanksgiving parade on television?
One who doesn't want to spend half the day frozen to death.
Oh!
Do you have any leads on a new job?
No, I'm not looking too hard either. I learned my lesson with that export-import job. I hated that darn thing. No, unless the job's great, I'm not going to take it unless I'm broke, which I'm not yet.
Well, I don't think you'll have any trouble finding something good.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, the academy is great. Yeah, I got a good grade on my last exam. Yes, and everybody is telling me Frank Ryan stories. You're an absolute terror. Yeah. Oh, Jim Speed said to say hello. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see if anybody else wants to talk to you. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything to Frank?
Oh, sweetheart, we've all had a turn.
Well, I'm afraid you've made the rounds. Yes, everybody sends their love. I will. And you hurry home and help me with this annulment, okay? Thanks. Bye, Frank. Oh, I miss him being around. You know, when I was a kid, I would have given anything to be an only child, and now that I am the only child, I want a house full of brothers and sisters. It's good to have Jane here, though.
She fits right in, doesn't she?
Yeah, the first few days here, she sort of handled me with kid gloves, but I think she's decided it's okay to be cheerful around me now. She gave me a wonderful present this morning.
Did she?
Yes, a children's book. She said it was one of her favorites.
A children's book?
Yeah, I think she's pretty sharp when it comes to people. I think she understands that there are times when I shouldn't take myself too seriously.
Well, speaking of Jane, she's mighty late. Oh, Lord, the turnips, the turnips. Oh.
How are you?
Pretty well, considering. I'm glad to know that Vartova's been arrested. I'd like to see that whole organization destroyed, but police have made a good start. Good news, don't you think?
How many times we gonna go through this routine?
What do you mean?
I ask you how you are, and you give me the official press release.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. It's the Family Gathering Act.
Let's sit down, and you can tell me what's really going on.
I talked to Jill the other day, and she's spoken to Joe about the annulment. And he says that whatever I want is fine with him, and that the sooner it's over, the better.
Well, that's great.
Yes, it is for the best. Get it all behind us.
But
I have to admit, Jack, Joe's attitude is really confusing to me, troubling even.
why?
Because he fought so hard to get me back. Because he courted me relentlessly. You know, all the lies and the deceptions. And then once he got me, he tried to keep me. You know, he told me that the reason that he tried to destroy you was to keep me away from you.
Oh, that's right.
So why did he let go of me so easily? I mean, it wouldn't have done him much good, but... I mean, you'd think he would put up a fight. Why doesn't he care?
I don't know. Well, maybe he knows it's useless. Maybe he's decided that he's finished with you. You know, Joe doesn't operate as other people do. Whatever his reasons for letting go, you should be thankful.
What's new in Salem? Here's what you need to know.
Two babies? Lucas, Sammy, congratulations. Looks like you're having twins.
You'd have to fix a lot of cars to see that kind of paper. It's only the beginning, my friend.
But I need you to let us be a family by ourselves for right now.
What were the real test results?
I didn't want to know, so I just wrote up a false report.
If the truth is finally known, their family will never recover.
Keep up to date with Days of Our Lives, weeknights at 7 on SoapNet.
Tonight on SoapNet.
Oh my God, Star's dead. You should have never come down here, Cole. This man tried to kill you. He raped your mother. He kept you away from the girl that you love. Just kill Todd. Do it, Cole. Avenge your mother.
Watch One Life to Live tonight at 9 on SoapNet.
Think hairspray is a thing of the past? Think again. Get the SG, Salon Graphics. Short and sassy. Long and sexy. Or anything in between. Salon Graphics makes a professional, long-lasting formula that is perfect for you. No matter what your style, finish it with Salon Graphics Hairspray. Salon Graphics, it's the secret to sexy hair.
I had this dream last night. There were no raisins, so I went to the store to buy Raisin Bran Crunch. Just Bran Crunch.
Well, at least you still had the crunchy flakes and granola clusters. And that's the money right there.
Nightmare. No raisins.
As long as Mrs. Flake and Mr. Granola are coming to Crunchtown, it's a great time.
I had this dream where Sonny and I, we went dancing at this club. We had a little
There are plenty of reasons to love Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch. What's yours?
Do you love spending hours working out at the gym? If you do, the Total Gym is not for you.
But if you want one of the fastest, most effective workouts ever, then the Total Gym is for you.
For our 10th anniversary, we have an incredible deal.
You can try the Total Gym in your home for an entire month, risk-free.
We'll ship you a Total Gym at our expense. If you don't see a remarkable change, just send it back, and we'll return every penny you were charged. But if you're like most of us, once you try it, you'll never want to be without it again.
Just 1 year on the Total Gym and I've lost 45 pounds.
So take our risk-free challenge and get the body you've always wanted. Why go to the gym when you can own one?
Call the number on your screen for our anniversary special. Try the Total Gym in your home risk-free for 60 days. We'll pay shipping and handling. Call now.
This is Jan's new home. And this is Jan after finding out that DirecTV will be paying her mortgage for a whole year. Why is Jan so lucky? Because she called this number before she moved and was automatically entered into the DirecTV Home Free Sweepstakes. Now she's living mortgage-free for a whole year. Are you thinking about moving? Call prior to your big day and you could be living mortgage or rent-free too. Lucky for you, there's a new winner every month. It's enough to make you jump for joy.
don't see anyone here from Woodard.
You won't either. You did see that article she ran.
I just hope this is fast. I want to get back to dinner and the ball games. My wife's angry enough that I'm working on a holiday.
So is mine, until she found out I was talking to Barbara Wilde.
Yeah.
Say, Gail, what are you doing for dinner?
Hey, don't eat in the restaurant. You're welcome at my place, you know?
Thanks, Sam, but I'm okay for dinner. My boyfriend's cooking.
Hello, I'm Forrest Turner, the new producer of The Proud and the Passionate.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Turner. I'm Gail Montgomery, Manhattan Magazine.
Hi.
Michael Dewhurst, Soap Opera World.
Welcome.
Sam Bondruska, The World News.
I think I know you. Huh?
Hello. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Dr. Bolak. Hello again.
Goodbye again, Miss Ryan.
This is a press conference. I'm a journalist.
I doubt that you were invited.
I want to thank everybody for coming, especially on a holiday. And we're going to keep this very short because I know you're anxious to get home. Of course, the hospital has a lot of turkey dinners if you would like to stay.
Oh, no, thank you.
No, I feel the same way. I'm very anxious to get home, too. So, I think we'll get started. You've all met Proud and Passionate's new producer, Forrest Turner, who is here to announce my return in spite of my condition.
Right. Now, our new head writers, Harry and Hannah Harcourt.
Could you spell that for us, please?
Harcourt. The network's wiped from direct competition.
Yeah. The Harcourts have written a new storyline for Maggie that incorporates the wheelchair. Now, although we had to make the change rather quickly to allow Miss Wilde to return to the show as soon as possible, we feel that the plot is sensitive and non-exploitative. I'm proud to be associated with it.
I think it's very important to remember that the wheelchair is not a writer's prop. And that is why my attorney, Mr. Howard Slayton...
S-L-A-T-I-N.
That's why Mr. Slayton is here. I want you to know that my condition, my paralysis, is the direct result of the incompetence...
Alleged incompetence.
Alleged incompetence of Dr. Roger Coleridge.
How many times have I told you to stay away from my patients?
I'm not interfering in her treatment. She's holding a press conference,
Go
for
now,
heaven's
do not
sake.
return, or I will call security.
I am probably the only reporter here who has the slightest sympathy for Roger Coleridge or any conception of what really happened the night he saved her life. Now, I thought you were his friend. Why are you throwing me out?
I had no idea Roger was being tried by the press. Now, I don't want to see you in this hospital again.
Well, what about my rights under the First Amendment?
I can arrange to have you discuss them with security if you like.
Oh, all right. Forget it.
If you read this morning's paper, you will know that I'm suing Dr. Coleridge for malpractice for the sum of $1 million. He ordered a very dangerous test against my will. The result was...
Next, it's shocking secrets in Salem on Days. Then catch the latest scandals on AMC. Later, things are heating up on One Life on SoapNet. He loves her, she loves him not. She loves him, he loves her not. He loves her, she loves him not. Or does she? Oh, l'amour, Days of Our Lives next.
SoapNet's got some real Texas-sized characters.
You are a Ewing.
The Boy Wonder.
I am a full member of Ewing Oil.
The Perfect Wife.
Come home early.
Mm-hmm. The Neglected Spouse.
We don't make love anymore.
The Son of a...
I am. Yeah, I truly am.
Back-to-back Dallas. Today starting at 11. If what Spinelli says doesn't compute...
Wait, is something wrong with the blonde one?
Plug it in to SoapNet Spinelliator.
The blonde one.
That's Lulu, the very object of Spinelli's desires.
The unworthy one.
Is Logan, a.k.a. Spinelli's competition. Then there's...
Stone Cold.
Jason Morgan. He's all muscle, and let's just say, very focused. Crack all of Spinelli's codes by watching GH, tonight at 10 on SoapNet.
I have no words.
That's a relief.
All right, here. Math homework?
Check.
Field trip permission slip.
Check.
Protractor.
Check.
Milk money?
Check.
Miniature focusizer?
Miniature what?
Me.
You're not on the list.
Yeah, well, I should be.
Get in.
Thank you.
Keep your child focused by holding off hunger with the help of Kellogg's Maple Brown Sugar Frosted Mini Wheats. 8 layers of fiber with real brown sugar and rich maple flavor.
Oh, it's cozy in here.
Keeps them full, keeps them focused.
Let the sun shine in.
the sun shining.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique, extra-wide, soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
This one in quite a party. You like that food? Lady, you really outdid yourself this year. It's a wonder we didn't all roll back downstairs after dinner like that.
It was terrific.
Thank you, Bob. I just wish Delia could have been here to have dinner with her son.
Yeah, well, she's probably busy over at the Crystal Palace with that Egyptian ball stuff.
I suppose that's what makes her happy.
It doesn't make me happy. I don't like the idea of her working over at the Crystal Palace with Joe. The only reason I'm filling in there tomorrow night is because she was in a bind. I didn't really give her any advance notice. The party was arranged at the last minute. She'll try to pressure me into staying, but that ain't gonna work. You know, after tomorrow night, I don't want to see that place ever again. I mean it. It's a good idea if I don't even see Dee for a while.
Right, darling, I know how you feel, and Delia tries your patience at times, but she's frightened. She feels that the Crystal Palace is one of the few things that she has that no one can take away from her.
Graham,
What, darling?
do you know that Finn likes turkey gravy? He also likes mashed potatoes.
Oh, you stay here, children.
Oh, boy. Just sit down here, sweetheart.
Hi, Siobhan. Oh, am I late? I'm so sorry. I completely forgot about the time. I should have called. Did I miss dinner? Oh, no, I was supposed to do the turnips. I forgot.
Relax. Mother made them. Now, there's a plate for you in the oven. Why don't you come over?
All right.
Look, Janie's here,
Hi.
finally.
Hey, Jane, how are you?
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Hungry?
Wild Beast? Is that somebody I know?
Oh, no, we had a problem.
He likes Thanksgiving as much as the rest of us. And knowing these children like I do, I think he had a little help.
Oh, Janie, Barry called while you were out.
Oh, just my luck. I wasn't here. How's he doing?
Oh, he's fine. Actually, it was you he was calling about. I filled him in. He's very happy and impressed with your success.
Oh, great. I should send in some tear sheets of my article. Sure. Maybe I should call him back. I feel sorry for him being all alone on Thanksgiving.
He's not alone.
Oh, how could I have doubted him?
He is spending the day with a very special friend of his from New York, Lily.
Oh.
Kevin, fill everybody's glass. It's time for a round on the house, all right?
Oh, the delightful and charming Lily Darnell. Be kind to yourself, Jane. Don't ever mention her name around Delia.
Oh, that kind of old friend.
Janie, what took you so long? I hope you didn't have trouble.
No. I got another lead for my Barbara Wilde story. And I went over to the Woodard building to type it up. Maybe I can make tomorrow's edition.
Ready to skip dinner even on a holiday for a story. You have the instincts of a born news person.
Nothing.
And the modesty, too. Admit it, you love it.
I do, you're right.
John?
Yes, sweetheart. Help yourself.
Made shambles out of my kitchen.
Oh, my dog. I really like that. He's my dog whenever he does something evil. It was your daughter who gave him.
Oh.
Listen, everybody. Now that Janie's here and everybody's glass is full, it's time for yet another toast. Somebody, cut off that jukebox, will you? Here's to family and friends who could share this joyous occasion with us. And may the good Lord look after all of those who couldn't make it today. Babe, you want to add anything to that, lady?
Oh, I certainly would. I want to say to everyone, this is a very special Thanksgiving to all of us because our daughter Siobhan is home. And I haven't waited till today to thank the Lord for that fact, that she is safe and here with us. But I think this is a good time for us to thank the person who's most responsible for her safety. Jack, we owe you so much.
We do indeed. Yes, you, Jack.
Well said. You, Jack.
Will love conquer all? Or are the residents of Salem destined to be miserable? Find out who's pursuing who and who's left brokenhearted. Days of Our Lives, next on SoapNet.